is Dr. Mamata Kiar, Assistant Professor, Government First Grade College, Tiptur. Today I explain about the problem on flexible budget. This is the problem. The cost of an article at a capacity level of 5,000 units is as under. For a variation of 20% in capacity above or below this level, the individual items vary as indicated under B below. Material cost 25,000, 100% varying. Labor cost 15,000, 100% varying. Power 1,250, 80% varying. Repairs and maintenance 2,000, 75% varying. Stores 1,000, 100% varying. Inspection 500, 20% varying. Depreciation 10,000, 100% varying. Administration overhead 5,000, 25% varying. Selling overhead 3,000, 25% varying. The total amount 62,750. Cost per unit 12.55. Find out the cost of the product at production level of 4,000 units and 6,000 units. So this is the problem. So in this problem, the cost of an article at a capacity level of 5,000 unit is as under. So here they are producing the 5,000 units of the article. So in the capacity level of 5,000 unit, so for the production of this 5,000 units, the costs are incurred as follows. So for a variation of 20% in capacity above or below this level. So A means this is the expenses. So this capacity is the 20%. Variation of 20% in capacity above or below this level. The individual items vary as indicated under B below. So what are the variations between the above the 20% and below the 20%? They are mentioned here. So here they shows the expenses incurred. The first one is the material cost, that is the 25,000. It is 100% varying. There is no any fixed. The 100% or the varying. The labor cost, so it is also the amount of 15,000. So here also 100% variable. There is no any fixed. Power 1,250. So in this amount, the 80% are varying. The remaining 20% are treated as the fixed. Repair and maintenance, the 2,000 are the total amount for the repairs and maintenance, and the 75% are varying. The remaining 25% are fixed. Stores, so here the 1,000 amount of the stores, this whole amount are 100% varying. In the inspection, that amount are rupees 500. So here it is the 20% varying. The remaining 80% are the fixed. Depreciation. So the depreciation amount 10,000 rupees. This whole depreciation amount are 100% varying. And administration overhead. This administration overhead amount 5,000 rupees. So from this 5,000 rupees, the 25% are varying and the remaining 75% are treated as fixed. Then selling overhead, the 3,000 amount. In this 3,000 amount, 25% are varying. The remaining 75% are fixed. Totally, the expenses are incurred for the manufacturing of this 5,000 units. that is the 62,750. So this whole amount under the percentage are all given to the production of 5,000 units. This is the capacity level. And the cost per unit, that is the 12.55. Find out the cost of production at production level of 4,000 unit and 6,000 unit. So in this problem, they have to given the information about the 5,000 unit. On the basis of this 5,000 unit, we are also find out the cost of the production at production level 4,000 unit and the 6,000 unit. So this is the problem. Next, let's see how to solve this problem. So this is the format of the statement of the flexible budget. Okay. So first, particulars 5,000 unit, 4,000 unit and 6,000 units. Under this, amount per unit are entered. So here under the particulars, we are enter the expenses and the amount column. Entering the amount column, the per unit, it means the cost per unit. The first expenses, that is the material cost. The material cost amount, that is the 25,000. Here this is the 100% varying. ಇಲ್ಲಿ material cost 25,000 ಇದೆ. 25,000 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 100% ಕೂಡ variable ಆಗಿದೆ. Okay. So here material cost amount, under the amount column we are entered 25,000 rupees. So this whole amount are variable. So now we find out the cost per unit. So this cost per unit or calculate as the 25,000 rupees divided by 5,000 unit. So 25,000 divided by 5,000. Now the cost per unit are rupees 5. So this 5 was the cost per unit are always constant in every level. Means under the 4,000 unit and 6,000 unit. ಈ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ 4,000 ಯೂನಿಟ್, ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ rupees 5. So on the basis of this 5 rupees, we find out the amount. So that is the 5 into 4,000 units. So now the amount are 20,000 rupees. And the next one for the 6,000 unit. So here also the cost per unit are the same. That is rupees 5. So now we find out the amount. So 5 rupees into 6,000 unit. Illu kuda cost per unit constant ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನ 6,000 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ 30,000. 5 into 6,000, the amount are rupees 30,000. And the next one, that is the labor cost. The labor cost amount are 15,000 rupees. Labor cost amount 15,000. This 15,000 are also 100% varying. So there is no any fixed. The whole amount are varying. So now we calculate the cost per unit as 15,000 divided by 5,000 unit. So here the cost per unit are rupees 3. So the 3 cost per unit is the constant in the 4,000 unit and 6,000 units also. So here the cost per unit under the 4,000 unit rupees 3. So it is multiplied with the 4,000 unit. So now that amount are rupees 12,000. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ 3 rupees ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ 3 rupees ಅನ್ನ 4,000 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅಮೌಂಟು 12,000 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನು 6,000 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ? ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ rupees 3. So this 3 rupees are multiplied with the 6,000 unit. So 6,000 into 3, that is the 18,000 rupees or amount. And the next expenses, that is the power. So for the power, the amount rupees 1250 rupees. In this 1250 rupees, the 80% are varying and the remaining 20% are fixed. Okay, so next we are entered under the particulars, that is the power. First, here we take the 80% variable. It means 1250 rupees into 80 divided by 100. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 80% ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈ 80% ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? 1250 rupees into 80 divided by 100. So now the amount are rupees 1000. So next we calculate the cost per unit for this variable. Means the 1000 divided by 5000 units. So now the cost per unit are 0.2. So this is the variable. It means the cost per unit are the same. It is the constant in each level. Okay. So now under the 4000 units, here also the cost per unit are 0.2. So this 0.2 are multiplied with the 4000 unit. So now the amount are rupees 800. And the next for the 6000 unit, so here the cost per unit are the 0.2. So here also we are multiplied with the 6000 unit. So 6000 into 0.2, the amount are 1200 rupees. The 80% variable are over. The remaining 20% are treated as the fixed. So here the 20% fixed. So it is calculated as 1250 rupees into 20 divided by 100. So now that amount are rupees 250 rupees. So now we calculate the cost per unit. So it is calculated as 250 rupees divided by 5000 units. So now the cost per unit are rupees 0.05. ಈ 250 rupees ಅನ್ನ 5000 units ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ 0.05. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡುವುದು. ಇನ್ ದ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ the cost per unit are same in all levels, but the amount are changed. But in the fixed cost, so here the amount are constant, the cost per unit are changed. ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ 4000 ಯೂನಿಟ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಡ್ ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ 250. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So this 250 rupees is divided by the 4000 unit. So now the cost per unit, that is the 0.062. So similarly we calculated for the 6000 unit. Here the amount or the constant, that is the 250 rupees, and this 250 rupees is divided by the 6000 unit. So now the cost per unit are 0.041. So in this way we calculate the variable cost and fixed cost. And the next expenses, that is the repair and maintenance. The amount of the repair and maintenance are rupees 2000. So in this 2000, the 75% are the variable and the remaining 25% are the fixed. So repairs and maintenance 2000 amount ಇದೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 75% ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಇದೆ, 25% ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ. So here we are entered repairs and maintenance. So in this amount the 75% are variable. So the 75% are calculated as the 2000 rupees into 75 divided by 100. So 75% ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, 2000 into 75 divided by 100. So now the amount are rupees 1050. 500. So this 1500 rupees are divided by the 5000 units. So we calculate the cost per unit. 1500 ಅನ್ನ 5000 units ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So that is the 0.3. So this is the variable. The cost per unit or the constant. So cost per unit ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 4000 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ the cost per unit are the 0.3. So this 0.3 are multiplied with the 4000 units. So 0.3 into 4000. So now that amount are rupees 1200. In the 6000 unit, here also the cost per unit are the same. That is the 0.3. So this 0.3 are multiplied with the 6000 unit. So now that amount are rupees 1800. And the next, that is the 75% are the variable. The remaining 25% are the fixed. So this 25% are calculated as the 2000 into 25 divided by 100. So 2000 ಮೇಲೆ 25% ಅನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? That is the rupees 500. So now we calculate the cost per unit as the 500 divided by 5000 unit. Now the cost per unit are 0.1. So ಈಗ ಇದು ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ the fixed cost, the amount are constant in all levels. The cost per unit are changed. ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ changes ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Under the 4000 units, here the amount are rupees same, that is the 500 rupees. This 500 rupees are divided by the 4000 units. So now the cost per unit are 0.125. In the 6000 units, here also the amount are the same, that is the 500 rupees. So this 500 rupees are divided by the 6000 units. Now the cost per unit are 0.083. So this is the repairs and maintenance. And the next one, that is the stores. The amount of the stores are rupees 1000. Here the 100% are varying. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ stores amount 1000 ಇದೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 100% ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ we are entered as the stores, that amount is rupees 1000. This whole amount are variable, there is no any fixed cost. Okay, so this 1000 are divided by the 5000 units. So now the cost per unit are 0.2. The cost per unit are the 0.2. Next, we are entered under the 4000 unit. Here the cost per unit are the same, that is the 0.2. So this 0.2 are multiplied with the 4000 units. So 4000 into 0.2, now the amount are rupees 800. And next for the 6000 unit, so here the cost per unit are the same, that is the 0.2. So this 0.2 are multiplied with the 6000 units. So now the amount are 1200. So this is the calculations of stores. And the next one, that is the inspection. So the same format continue. Okay, the next one is the inspection. So in the inspection, the amount are 500. Here the 20% are variable, the remaining 80% are fixed. Okay, so first we calculate variable, that is the 20%. So this 20% variable are calculated as the 500 into 20 divided by 100. So now the amount are rupees 100 rupees. So here we calculate the cost per unit, as 100 divided by 5000. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಈ 100 ರುಪೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನು 5000 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ 0.02. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ constant in all capacity level. Okay, so that's why under the 4000 units, here also the cost per unit are 0.02. So this cost per unit are multiplied with the 4000 units. So now that amount are rupees 80. And the next for the 6000 units, so here also the cost per unit are 0.02. So this 0.02 are multiplied with the 6000 units. So 6000 into 0.02, now that amount are rupees 120 rupees. And the next one, that is the 20% are variable, the remaining 80% are fixed. 80% fixed. The 80% means that is the 500 into 80 divided by 100. So now that amount are rupees 400 and the cost per unit are calculated as 400 divided by 5000 unit. So now the cost per unit are 0.08. And the next one for the 4000 unit. So this is the fixed cost. So amount are constant in all capacity level, but the cost per unit are changed. So now under the 4000 unit, the amount are the same, that is the 400 rupees. So now the cost per unit are calculated as 400 divided by 4000 units. So it is the 0.10. And next for the 6000 unit, here also the same amount, that is the 400 rupees. So this 400 rupees are divided by the 6000 unit. Now the cost per unit are 0.066. So this is the calculation of the inspection. And the next one, that is the depreciation. The depreciation amount are 10,000 rupees. This whole 10,000 rupees are treated as the 100% variable. Okay. So depreciation, this is whole amount are variable. The depreciation amount are rupees 10,000. So this 10,000 are divided by the 5000 unit. So now the cost per unit are rupees 2. So this is the variable. So that's why the cost per unit are same in each capacity level. So in the 4000 units also the cost per unit are rupees 2. So this 2 rupees are multiplied with the 4000 units. So now that amount are rupees 8000 rupees. And the next, that is for the 6000 units, here the cost per unit also rupees 2 and the amount are calculated as rupees 2 into 6000 units. So now the amount are rupees 12,000. So 2000 in the 6000 multiply ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ amount ಎಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. That is the 12,000 rupees. And the next one, that is the administration overhead. In the administration overhead, the amount are rupees 5,000. So in this 5,000 rupees, the 25% are variable, the remaining 75% are fixed. ಈ 5000 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 25% ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ನು 75% ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ. So here we are enter the administration overhead. So first we take the variable cost, that is the 25%. So the 25% variable. So here it is calculated as the 5000 into 25 divided by 100. So now the variable amount for the 5000 unit, that is a 1250 rupees. Then we calculate the cost per unit as 1250 rupees divided by 5000 unit. So now the cost per unit are rupees 0.25. So this is the variable. Here the cost per unit are the same in the next level. So that is the 0.25. So this 0.25 are multiplied with the 4000 units. The cost per unit and number of units in the multiply ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ amount ಎಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So that is the 1000 rupees. And for the 6000 units, so here also the cost per unit are the same. That is the 0.25. So this 0.25 are multiplied with the 6000 units. So now that amount are rupees 1500 rupees. So this is the variable cost of the administration overhead. And the remaining 75% are the fixed. Okay, the 75% fixed. So the 75% of the 5000 means the 5000 into 75 divided by 100. So now that amount under the 5000 units rupees 3750. So this 3750 rupees are divided by the 5000 unit. So now the cost per unit are rupees 0.75. So here this is the fixed cost. The amount are the same in all capacity level, but the cost per unit are changed. So in the 4000 unit, here the fixed amount are rupees 3750 rupees. So this is divided by the 4000 unit. So now the cost per unit are 0.937. In the 6000, here also the amount are the same. That is the 3750 rupees. So it is divided by the 6000 unit. The cost per unit are rupees 0.625. So this is the calculation of administration overhead. Here the 25% are the variable and the 75% are fixed. Okay. And the last one, that is the selling overhead. So in the selling overhead, here the amount under the 5000 units are rupees 3000. In this 3000, the 25% are the variable, the remaining 75% are the fixed. So first we take the variable, that is the 25%. It means the 3000 into 25 divided by 100. So 25% are the variable. So 3000 into 25 divided by 100. So now that amount are rupees 750. And also we calculate the cost per unit as the 750 rupees divided by 5000 units. So now the cost per unit are 0.15. So this is the variable. Here the cost per unit are the same in all capacity levels. So under the 4000 units, so here also the cost per unit are 0.15. So this 0.15 are multiplied with the 4000 units. So now that amount are rupees 600. 0.15 ಅನ್ನ 4000 ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಇಂದ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋ ಅಂತ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ 600 rupees ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. And the next level, that is the 6000 unit. Here the cost per unit are the same, that is the 0.15. So this 0.15 are multiplied with the 6000 units. That is the 6000 into 0.15. So now that amount are rupees 900. And the next, that is the remaining 75% are treated as the fixed. The 75% fixed. Sorry, this is not a 35. This is the 75%. So this 75% are calculated as the 3000 into 75 divided by 100. So now that amount are rupees 2250 rupees. 2250. So this amount are divided by the 5000 units. So now the cost per unit are 0.45. So this is the fixed cost. Here the amount are same in all capacity level. The cost per unit are changed. So here the amount are the same in also 4,000 units. That is the 2,250 rupees. So this 2,250 rupees are divided by the 4,000 unit. So now the cost per unit are rupees 0.563. So in the 6,000 units, so here also the amount rupees 2,250 rupees. So this 2,250 are divided by this 6,000 units. So now the cost per unit are 0.375. So now we take the total cost amount. The total cost means this all expenses are take the total. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. The total cost of the 5,000 units amount 62,750 rupees. For the cost per unit, here the total are 12.55 rupees. And the next, under the 4,000 unit, the total amount 51,630 rupees. The cost per unit 12.907. Under the 6,000 unit, the total amount are 73,870 rupees. And the cost per unit are rupees 12.31. So this is the preparation of the statement of flexible budget.